Good afternoon. How is everybody this afternoon? Oops, can you hear me? And Attorney Anderson.
Here I,
Yeah, you're muted. And would you please put your full name on the rename
yes,
it?
okay, that goes, let's see, where did that go? Meeting settings
Oh, click on your frame.
on the frame.
Yes, you see the three dots. If you
Oh,
click on-
yes.
Mhm.
Okay, I see that, but I am not seeing
Rename.
a rename. No, I've got the three dots. I've got, and I don't have
Oh, you're
emojis.
muting it? Esther, would you go ahead and set me up as co-host? Please, thank you. The same with you, Mr. Smith, if you would rename yourself, please. First name and last name. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure how to do that.
Oh, you figured it out last time. If you click on yourself and your frame, you should see rename. Or I guess you go into participants and you can do it as well there. There you go. And Ms. Anderson, Attorney Anderson, you're all set up. Did you want to put the device on a flat surface? Place yourselves in the center and we shall proceed. Esther, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, Judge, I'm ready.
Okay. Ready. Attorney Anderson, I'm seeing mostly the ceiling. Will you have witnesses? Attorney Anderson?
I intended to have a witness, Your Honor.
Okay.
I have filed all the pertinent documents along with an amended petition.
Okay.
My witness, Olga Flores, has just been called into a property appraisal contest at the appraisal district. But the relevant documents are already on file, and I would like to proceed with the eviction proceeding.
All right. And Charles Smith, will you have any, are you pro se or do you have a representative, an attorney?
No, I do not have representation, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're pro se, you're representing yourself. Will you have witnesses, sir?
I will not.
Okay. Alrighty, so let us go ahead and call to record cause number 2022 CV as in Charlie Victor 02244. Eusteo
Eustolio Garza is the
Garza versus Charles Smith and Brian Ramirez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the plaintiff.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Anita Anderson for Eustolio Garza.
Okay, and that's plaintiff, and Mr. Smith, please approach and identify who's before the court.
Yes, this is Charles Smith. I am on the lease contract with my roommate, Brian Ramirez, and here is Brian.
Okay. And
hello.
Okay. Alrighty. Will you be able to put the device on a flat surface and sort of landscape so I will be able to see both of you? Alrighty. So you guys are the defendants. So are you the ones who filed the eviction appeal? Are you?
I am, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Alrighty. There is a little bit of a lag. So we'll go ahead and try to deal with that. But if it does cause a problem, we may need to do something about that. But let's proceed and see how bad it gets.
Yes, Your
Mr. Smith, you filed the eviction appeal. Tell me what's going on.
The eviction was from the JP court after I had received a 3-day notice to vacate. And I did provide that to the court. I actually went down to the county court and provided that, as well as the page in my lease that states I'm entitled to a 30-day notice of eviction or to vacate, basically. And that's why I'm appealing this matter.
Is your lease on file? Is it e-filed? Is it part of the record, sir?
Yes, I have e-filed
was-
it, Your Honor. It is on file. What section are you referring to, sir?
And Attorney Anderson, I know that you know as far as the rules and issues. I'm going to let Mr. Smith get through his case, and then I definitely will call on you, okay? And so
Thank
can
you, sir.
respond. Mhm. So, is your lease on notice? Is it in the file, Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I did file it last Monday before our original court date on August 11th to go ahead and show that I had at least stated that I had 30 days notice
Okay.
to move out. However, I also went ahead and supplied the court with the 3-day notice that I was served, and gave them to the court.
Okay, sir. So you filed that on Monday, the 8th of August, or Monday, the 15th of August?
Monday, the 8th.
Okay.
It was before our original court date on the 11th.
Dates just help. We don't have to search too much. Dates are very helpful and specific. So now, you have a copy of your lease there. And so what section of the lease are you talking about? Do you wish to make reference to?
It was, I believe, page 2 that I submitted to the court, and it was section number 4 stating the termination of the lease by either party with a 30-day notice.
What, you have a copy of the lease in front of you, sir?
I do not. I apologize.
Okay. And how are we going to remedy that, Mr. Smith? Because you were well noticed at this hearing, so you should have your documents and everything that you need for this hearing. So anything that you wish to present to the court, you need to have a copy of it with you.
I do understand that, Your Honor. However, I supplied that to the court, and I thought that was sufficient.
That really doesn't relieve you of having a copy of it so that you may be able to present it. Okay, and just in case the opposing party wants a copy of it, 3 of them should be on there. Filing it is just being able to have notice of it. That is basically it. But anyways, you say it is term of lease with 30-day notice is what is the section that you're talking about. Well, and what in particular in that section, sir, is your concern? This is your hearing. You're putting on the evidence and all the information. So please proceed.
Yes. Of course, Your Honor. I do understand. My apologies that I don't have that with me right now. However, Ms. Anderson just stated that she has a copy of it as well.
So you wish for her to present your arguments for you or what? I'm not too sure.
No, ma'am. No, not at all, Your Honor.
Okay, so you filed this
However, she
document.
does have the information.
Okay, okay. But she's not making presentation for your case, is she? She's not representing you, is she?
No, ma'am, she's not.
Okay, so what in that lease or that section, page 2, section 4, what in term of lease, 30-day notice, what about it? What is it causing you concern? Did you hear my question? Did you understand it? Do you need for me to repeat it?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay.
Your Honor, I did not hear it. You're breaking up right now.
What are your concerns? What is your case? You tell me that you have a lease. You cited that on page 2, section 4, term of lease, 30-day notice. Okay, what about it?
I received a 3-day notice, Your Honor, and that was all.
Okay, and I'm asking that the ruling of the JP court be overturned regarding the fact that I was not given 30 days, which I submitted to the JP court. However, he ruled against me for whatever reasons. well, what reason did he give you?
He didn't really give one. He just ruled against me.
Okay. Anything else that you wish to go ahead and anything else? What do you want to have the court do today?
The only other thing that I have done is I have reached out to Miss Anderson and asked her for 30 days for me to vacate the property. And she said that her client would not accept it and that he denied it. I would like 30 days to move out of the property.
When was the JP court hearing?
It was in, I think, May.
May this year, sir? May 2022?
Yes, Your Honor. Somewhere
Okay.
around the 9th
The 9th of May?
of May. Yes, Your Honor.
And do you know which JP court you were in? Do you recall?
I believe it was precinct. I want to say, I don't recall the number of the precinct. I do apologize.
Precinct 2, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, do you have anything else you'd like to say on your behalf on, as far as your case is concerned? Mr. Smith, do you have anything further on your case that you would like to say?
I don't at this point. Like I said, I just would like to have Ms. Anderson give me 30 days to move, and we can be done with all of this.
Okay, alrighty. Ms. Flores, I'm sorry, but you cannot be inside a vehicle. I do apologize. Alrighty. So I'll put you in the waiting room, and once you are outside the vehicle, we'll be able to join you. Okay, and you're muted. If you're saying anything, I can't hear you. So, but Attorney Anderson, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, we have, because I was not clear and could not get any information from the court coordinator how to admit exhibits during one of your hearings, Your Honor, I did file all the documents that are pertinent to this proceeding with my amended petition, but I will proceed from here. This is the situation. The original lease was from October 1st of 2019 until September 30th of 2020. There is no lease operational now because we gave, rather than a month, we did not go from a month to month lease. We gave and Ms. Flores can testify to this also. Mr. Ramirez was given a notice of non-renewal of lease and 30 days notice to vacate back in September 24th of 2021. However, because of the eviction moratorium, no eviction proceeding was made. He did participate in the rent assistance program to the extent possible. In January, we again gave him notice to vacate. The first hearing, we filed an eviction notice. Unfortunately, I couldn't read the date properly on the notice from the court and showed up a day late. The court did allow Then Miss Flores filed notice to vacate an eviction proceeding, and the judge gave him another bye because he supposedly hadn't gotten 30 days. Well, then she said, well, we did not renew the lease, so there is no 30-day requirement, just a 3-day. And it's notice to vacate, not the day you have to move out. We still have to get the constable over there and give him, get a writ of possession. So he's got time to move out. And if the defendants are willing to agree to a judgment of eviction, we'll certainly give them till, whatever, at the end of 30 days from whenever. I mean, today, I guess, whatever, but I don't think we should. We will ask for a writ of possession and eviction. But basically, we've got a petition on file asking for a judgment for past due rent only from January of 2014. Where am I? Of 2022, when the eviction moratorium ceased. And we are asking for, a judgment of past due rent in the amount of $6,375. And
that's rent.
Yes, that's from January, at the rate of $850 per month. That's through the 15th. That's a month, how many months and a half, okay? And we are also asking for a judgment for attorney's fees in the amount of $1,000. So that is where we are. We're asking for a judgment of, so these are holdover tenants, not entitled to 30 days, but we've given them months and months and months of notice to vacate. And we would like to have a writ of possession and are ready to, and request the court enter judgment. And does the court have a standard form it uses, or should we submit an order?
I will require an order to come.
Okay.
So let me just get a couple of things. How much is the rent? You said the total amount was?
The total amount is $6,375.
Is any paid into the registry?
No.
Was there not a requirement from the JP court that some amount be paid into registry?
He filed an affidavit.
Hold on a second, Ms. Flores. This is the thing, your attorney is talking. And so until you're called in and sworn in as a witness, you can't just jump in there, okay? So I'll just ask the attorney questions, thanks. Counsel, was there not an amount required by the JP court to be paid into the registry?
There was, but he filed an affidavit of inability to pay costs on appeal. I don't know if that covered the rent also. Did it, Ms. Flores?
Yeah, do you want to call her in as a witness?
Yes, I would.
Hang on 2 seconds. Seems like we lost contact of the.
Well,
Smith. Okay. Alrighty. So, Mr. Smith, it seems that the poor connection is coming from your side, because you.
Yes, Your Honor. My connection was lost, but I just got back on. I do apologize.
Sir, you did hear majority of what Attorney Anderson put on record?
I heard most of it. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. This is what I heard so far from Attorney Anderson, that I believe there was a lease that was from 1 October 2019 to 19 October 2021. Do I have those dates right, Attorney Anderson?
yes.
Okay. And in 2021, there was a notice of non-renewal.
Sorry, Your Honor, I misheard. The lease expired in October of 2020.
2020. Okay, thank you.
20.
Okay. So then there was a notice of non-renewal and a 30-day notice given to you of termination of lease.
And that also included a notice to vacate, which was basically moot because of the moratorium eviction, but it was a notice to vacate also.
Okay, so you received the 30-day notice to vacate, but this happened in 2021.
Yes, and then we did that again in January.
Okay, yeah, continue, Attorney Anderson.
Okay, we have given him, and the rule requires.
Lord, shut up, Brian.
The 3-day notice, Your Honor, per the statute. Once this is out of the lease and no longer controlled by the lease, since the lease is terminated, 3 days notice is adequate. And it doesn't have to do with, it has notice to vacate, but basically as the rule operates, it's 3 days notice to vacate before an eviction proceeding can be filed. And the eviction proceeding in this case was filed, was in March, was filed in April of 2020. the and the judgment of eviction didn't happen until there was the notice to vacate was actually given on well, anyway, March 11th. And the judgment and the petition wasn't filed until April 6th. And then the judgment wasn't entered until the 20th of April. So he had all the notice he was required by law to have. And,
okay. And when you're talking April and all of this, are you talking about 2022?
Yes, I'm talking about this year.
Okay.
I don't think we need to file another. I mean, basically, what I'm premising, Your Honor, is that each discrete eviction proceeding would not necessarily, of course, require, especially since we couldn't do anything about it, an additional notice to vacate. They've been on notice that we would like to have the house back, and Mr. Garza would like to collect his rent for many, many months now. And it's not as if we're asking them to move out in 3 days. We're asking them to move out. That doesn't apply to that. The 3 days applies to before you get the notice before you can file an eviction proceeding. So we're within the statute on all counts. And he's still going to have some more time to get out by the time we get the writ of possession and get him set up to and get the date set for the move out.
Attorney Anderson, do you have any of these documents on your computer?
I do, but I am not at my computer because of the situation today where we moved to the we had to move the hearing. If we can continue, if you would like, I do have them on file with the court, as we said, and I would be happy to if we could abate this proceeding for this afternoon and revisit this tomorrow. I will be happy to send those to the court with whatever by whatever means you ask us to do that. I do not know how to add them today. I can't get on my computer to do that, but I can take a picture of it and send it to you if I can figure out how to do that.
No, if you had your computer with you, I would have just asked you to share the documents. Share your screen. Yeah.
I don't have it. So if that's if you're requiring us to have those documents to send to you, I'm asking that the court abate it given the circumstances of our hearing today.
Well,
the retiming.
Right. And so I would leave you guys to be able to make a decision on that. I just want to make sure that I have a clear picture of the chronology of this proceedings, of the proceedings here. So lease from October 2019 ending in 2020.
Right.
And then he went month to month?
No, that was a notice that it was not going to go months to month, that the lease was terminated. It would have automatically gone months to month if we hadn't filed a notice to terminate the lease. But
Okay.
we did not, it was not months to month. It was, your lease is over.
Okay, when was that notice of non-renewal of lease? What was the date on that?
That was given at the end of the lease period. And the date was, let me give you exactly, that was forwarded to him by hand delivery and priority mail, September 24th, 2021, at the end of the lease term.
Okay, so the lease termed in 2021.
The lease terminated in 2021, and the notice it would not be renewed, and it would not be on I can read it to you. It would not be renewed on a month-to-month basis.
Okay, so I'm sorry, you forward that notice in September
24th, 2021.
September 24th, 2021. Okay. So the term of the original lease was October 2019 till when?
Till October 1st, 2019. So I'm sorry, till September 30th, 2020. October 1st, 2019 to September 30th, 2020. So this was given in anticipation because it required that, I think the notice says you got to give them notice before it actually ends.
Okay. Again, you said 2020. So then a year later, he was given notice of non-renewal?
No, he was given notice of non-renewal at the end. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I've got, okay. That's what the date says. That's the date of the letter. Oh, God.
Okay.
Actually, that is because we were in the middle of the moratorium, that might not have gone out for a whole year. It was so, but
Okay.
I think we actually, Olga, I would like to ask Olga Flores, she also sent a notice of non-renewal of the lease when it expired in 2020. Is that correct, Olga?
Okay,
Matt?
so you want to call your witness?
I do want to call my witness.
Okay, alrighty, and your name of your witness?
Olga Flores, the property.
Alrighty. Ms. Olga Flores, please raise your right hand. You need to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Okay, alrighty, just need to click it once. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Counsel, your witness.
Olga, Ms. Flores, in October of 2020.
Could you introduce her to the court first?
Okay, yes, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Olga, would you please state your full name and what your relationship is to Mr. Eustolio Garza, the plaintiff?
Olga Flores, and I am Mr. Garza's property manager.
Okay. And how is your business Southtown Realty?
Southtown Realty, yes. I'm
Okay,
a property manager.
all right. In 2020, did you send a notice to the defendants, Brian Ramirez and Charles Smith, indicating that their lease was terminated as of the end of October, as of September 30th of 2020?
I don't have my files with me because I just got out of.
Your Honor, may I? Yes. Okay, may I? Again, because of the situation with having to move locations and reschedule this meeting.
Okay.
I'd ask the court to abate this hearing until tomorrow when we can give you all the necessary documents and authority.
All righty. Mr. Smith, is that okay with you? What Attorney Anderson is asking is for us to go and reset this to another day. And not necessarily tomorrow. I really want you guys to be prepared in a comfortable spot and have your documents and everything. And I'll let you guys share the screen. So if you have your documents, make sure they're on a computer so we'll be able to share the screen. I think Friday is a more would be a better day. Thursdays are usually quite busy for me, and I don't want to have you guys holding anymore, waiting.
Okay.
So would Friday be good?
Yes, for me it is. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
What time?
Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith?
Your Honor, I have to work on Friday, and in order to go ahead and get my files on a computer, I will need until next week because I don't have a computer or internet access. Is that a possibility, Your Honor?
Attorney Anderson?
What day? I want to make sure that we have a date certain and that you're not working on any, what days do you work, sir? You told the court you didn't work when you filed your affidavit of inability.
And I have since gotten a job, Anderson, which I'm very thankful for. Thank you. But I will be off next Wednesday and Thursday.
We will, if we could reset until Wednesday of next week, I'm sure my client will be baffled, but that would be fine if we can finish this then.
That would be wonderful, Your Honor, if that's acceptable to you.
Judge, you might be out from the 23rd to the 26th. I don't know.
We're on record. We're on record. Thanks.
Okay. All right. I would like to make Mr. Smith and Mr. Ramirez an offer on the record. Okay.
Okay.
You said 30 days to move out. Are you agreeing to a judgment of eviction if you are given another 30 days from today's date to move out? Is that what you wanted us to do?
What I proposed to you, Ms. Anderson, was to give me 30 days and I will leave the property, turn it over to you. I do not want a judgment against me. If that's any way possible, I would be glad to do that.
Okay. We will, okay. If you will sign off on that, I will bring an order by and we'll consider that if you will. But you have to be out by then. And we don't need to bring another eviction, and you will not have another eviction proceeding. Is that clear?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just bring it by. I'll gladly sign it and I'll be out in 30 days.
Okay. All right. Let's be clear. The money judgment entered, but a judgment for eviction would be entered so that we could get a writ of possession will be entered so that if you aren't moved out, we can call in the constable. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. We have it on the record. Thank you, Your Honor, for helping us with this.
What date
Thanks.
are you going to place on that judgment?
Today's date, the 17th.
Okay, but by what date do you wish for him to be moved out?
May 17th.
September 17th?
Oh, sorry. I am really good. Okay.
Yeah, September 7th?
September 17th. That's 30 days.
Well, actually, wouldn't that be
18th.
1, 2? That's mhm. Okay, that's a Saturday, September 17, 2022 is a Saturday.
Okay, and writ of possession. Okay, if we can get a writ of possession, then the agreed order state that a writ of possession will, if they are not moved out, will be granted, will enter on the 19th of September. How's that to make sure everything is clear?
I mean, that's fine with me. The 30th, 30 days would have been around about the 14th of September, I suppose.
Oh, Okay. I'm not counting days very well.
Okay.
Okay.
But I mean, that's fine as well.
Okay,
So
well,
this agreement
okay.
will be no eviction. Is that what I'm understanding? No eviction?
no, that an agreement for, to vacate
Agreement to vacate, okay?
in lieu of a money eviction and a judgment of evict, I need to put this together, but basically we want to have whatever judicial language is necessary to enforce a move out if they are not moved by the date agreed.
Okay,
And I believe that's still going to say, that we get a writ of possession,
okay.
which is the equivalent of eviction.
And what about the funds?
We
You
are-
talked about rent and you also talked about attorney's fees.
Well, we would rather, the possibility of collecting that from these gentlemen is very remote. So I'm going to, at the risk of having to pay Mr. Garza myself, say that we will that we will waive the amount of the past due rent.
Okay, so you're going to send me a judgment that I'm going to sign, so you do not need to come back to court. And there will just be an enforcement on the 19th of September,
Correct.
if just an enforcement action on the 19th of September if they're not moved out.
Yeah, well,
Is
if we
that
get a,
okay?
an automatic writ of possession, that he agrees to our Mr. Garza obtaining a writ of possession. A writ of possession would then entitle Mr. Garza to have the constable come by and and the opportunity to remove his, the tenant's belongings if they're not gone by then.
Okay, and this will be an agreed order?
Yes, is that correct, Mr. Smith?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so that means you have Mr. Smith's email address?
Yes,
Okay, that you have corresponded with him before on
yes,
and most recently?
yes.
And then Mr.
Your Honor,
Smith-
pardon the interruption. I know. So the only way to contact me is via text directly or calling.
Okay, I will call you and I will arrange to come by at your convenience for a signature on the order. How's that?
That will be wonderful, Ms. Anderson.
Okay, sir, you got what you asked for. Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Smith, that means that you will be in full cooperation with Attorney Anderson, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, this is what I don't want to see happen. I do not wish for Attorney Anderson to be run around. I expect for her to, if she contacts you, makes an appointment with you, that you're there, that you will review the document that she puts in front of you. If she could email it to you beforehand so you can review it, expect for you to be in full cooperation with that, and then you'll sign it upon presentation. Do you understand, Mr. Smith?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
And Mr. Ramirez? Okay, all righty. And Attorney Anderson, please, if you can, she will email it to you beforehand. And Attorney Anderson, please advise the court if you do not get the full cooperation of Mr. Smith and Mr. Ramirez, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. All righty, anything further on
Just-
this matter? Oh, go ahead.
Just for the record, Miss Anderson, I don't have access to my email, so
Okay.
I would
I-
only be
Miss-
able to
I will
see you
comment.
in
Hang on,
person,
hang on 2 seconds.
or
Mr.
if you
Smith,
can.
Mr. Smith. I believe you can
Yes,
find
Your Honor.
access in various ways. Find how to find it on your phone or tablet or the library or bibliothèque. Okay?
Yes, Your
Again,
Honor.
I want Attorney Anderson to spend the least amount of time with this going forward.
Understood, Your Honor.
Alrighty, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay,
No, you're right. Thank you. We be excused.
yes, yes,
Thank
thank you very much. Okay, so I'm looking forward to look for that agreed order to come.
Hopefully by Friday.
Alrighty, good. Thank you, you're excused. Okay, I think that takes care of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty.
Okay, Judge,
thanks.
sorry, I was on mute.
Alrighty, y'all have a
Alright.
good afternoon. Thanks.
You too, thanks, bye.
You too, Judge.